Hello, tubers. I hope you are well. I'll try to hide some of my things that are on my nightstand over here. I just wanted to make a quick video uh, in response, I guess, to the one I just made, which I was pointing out that a friend of mine got her feelings hurt pretty bad. But let's talk about everyday life and the things that we battle with our chronic illnesses. In mine and my friends are multiple sclerosis. I do have a mother to take care of, and I don't mind doing it at all. What I do regret is that my mind is still hyper, and my work used to be like fast-paced, and now everything just drags me down and extreme fatigue hits, which I have right now. But it is a bit too early to go to bed, because if I do now, I'll only end up waking up at 1 or 2 or 3 in the morning wide awake. So, you see some little things on my wall here. My daughter is really into art, and she made that a few years back. And then my bandanas, and I've got to do something with this wall, and I want to paint. I did buy a really nice modular home. I won't call it a trailer, because it's pretty nice. But it has this paneling with the wallpaper already in it. So I'm thinking about painting it either like a green or a gray. Something neutral and subtle. So the weather has warmed up tremendously, and it will be in the high 80s and 70s this week. And that makes me a happy camper. But I did want to touch on some subjects. With MS, there's some things that we don't talk about because of awkwardness or embarrassment. And I want to share with you a few things that happened to me, which may be too much information for folks that don't understand our battle. And then it may be hopefully helpful to those of us who do struggle. Lately, and probably for the last year or two, when I have to go to the bathroom, like pee, it comes on like really sudden, and I have to go right then and there. There's no waiting time. I have to go in there. So, and when I do that, I get painful bladder spasms. So, I've been dealing with that, and a lot of people are probably uncomfortable talking about that. But urinary and bowel issues happen when we have MS. I know it's not the best subject to talk about, but it does need to be addressed, because I'd say 80% of us go through it. Another issue that's affecting me right now is this fatigue, and it's really getting on my nerves. I did a few chores at my mother's tonight, which normally it shouldn't have worn me out, and I went slower at a slower pace. I did some laundry for her. I took out a bunch of trash for her, because tonight is garbage night, and I cleaned up a few messes in the basement that my son had left behind, and I ran and got my mom a bite to eat. So that's not a big deal, right? Well, you see I'm in bed right now, and usually I'm out in the living room watching something with my husband. But I'm just so weak, I had to come lay down. Now I have my little buddy with me, and he's always ready for bed. Let's get him in the picture. Murph, boy. Let me see if I can get him. He's shy on camera. Hey, Murph. Hey, Murphy. Hey, Murph. Anyways, he's my little snuggle buddy. He made a few moments. He's out. He's sleeping. So you may see my room, and it may look very cluttered, but trust me, I'm working on that. I have gotten rid of so many things. It's mainly medication, books, and clothing, and my crafts, because that was one of the other topics I wanted to bring up in this video. I would love to hear from other people, whether they have a chronic illness or not, what they do for hobbies. Mine is art in a form of grapevine wreaths. I like to, my husband helps. I like to actually clip the grapevines because we have many in the forest right behind me. I'd like to clip the grapevines and then I make them into my own shape that I like, and then I add beautiful, beautiful silk flowers to them. And this gives me a lot of pleasure. I have also been looking into these ribbon wreaths that a lot of people like to buy. That does seem like a lot of detailed work, but I'll give it a shot. Another thing I like to do is make MS jewelry, MS pens, and MS t-shirts. I've never sold any of that. I usually just give it away to other MSers. And I am going to attempt to, well, I'm going to do the MS walk in Detroit. But I am going to bring my wheelchair, and I am going to have at least my daughter with me. So if I do need to go in the wheelchair for a few, I'm going to try and get back out and walk. The main thing is that I cross the finish line walking. It's not going to be easy for me, guys. I have terrible walking issues. But it's something I personally want to accomplish. And for those who can't do it, you're going on my shirt. Or even for those who aren't even in town, I'm filling the back of my shirt up with all of your names because I'm representing you. Especially my friends with really bad secondary progressive MS, which I do have, but some people are way worse than me. And for Missy Jen, who has primary progressive, which is the toughest, most challenging type of MS there is. And I suggest people research that. There's like 4 MSs, but the 80% of us have start out with relapsing remitting. We then go into secondary progressive as we age, which I am at that point. But I do have some friends that are just doing very poorly, and Missy Jen is really rocking and rolling with her PPMS. She didn't just lay down and wait to die. That's why I admire her. Not just because she's a doll and a nice friend and someone I consider a real sister. She is a tough cookie. And she will not show you on camera those horrible moments for her. And I know she has to have them. She has PPMS. So, I'm hoping that her new medication will give her some more energy and give her, some more time and help her with her walking. She'll never go back to what she was, but any kind of improvement will be great. And I wish that for all PPMS patients who are now getting this drug, because before this, they didn't really have any kind of medication. The doctor basically sent them home to die. There's nothing we can do for you. We can treat a few of your symptoms with medication, but we can't slow down your disease. No, we have no cure, and we do take these medications to slow it down and buy us some more time. I'm happy with that. So, my voice is a little hoarse today. That's also something weird that happens with MS every now and then. But I'd love to hear what other people do, whether you're sick or not. What is your hobbies? When you want to seek pleasure out of a hobby, what is it that gets your creative juices going? And what do you make? Or what do you do? And post it on my page. Or maybe even a link to see what it is you do. I'm also on Facebook under Andrea Moore. And my background is an angel, and each arm represents fire and ice. I'm a big angel collector and a rooster collector. Not real ones, but figurines. So I'm a big angel collector, and I'm a big rooster collector. So that's kind of one of my hobbies too. I collect. And I also like antique signs. I have a few in my kitchen. But I think this would be a fun thing to do. Neil, I hope you have something. Damien, I bet you do, because you're just such an outgoing dude. And Jorge, maybe you do? Because Jorge is just a wealth of information. There's no way I could ever compare to his videos. But I thought it'd be a little fun thing to do. Whoever you are watching, my followers, my subscribers, post a little note and tell me what you like to do for hobbies. Diane C., I hope you join in. Annie DeSanta, I hope you join in. And Matronista, anybody that is on my list, share with me. And anybody that's not on my list, please share what you do and like, subscribe, and hit that smash button for like. Although I may have that turned off, but I don't think I do. I had to do some adjustments when the trolls came on, and you know what, trolls? I'm really a nice person. I'm not weak sauce. I just like to come on here and enjoy myself. I don't pretend I'm rich. I don't pretend I'm anything I'm not. I'm just me. So, with that said, mwah, love, hugs, prayers, be kind to each other, and I am always praying over you. I love you, my friends. Be happy, and cheers.